Greetings, my fellow meme consumers. I have just seen Cronos, directed by Guillermo del Toro, and starring Ron Perlman and a bunch of people that I don't know. Sorry, I probably should look these things up beforehand, but I just kind of give my initial thoughts, and Ron Perlman is the only guy I recognized. But I really like this film. The only other film I've seen by del Toro is Pacific Rim. I meant films because I forgot I saw Pacific Rim, but I saw Pacific Rim and Pan's Labyrinth. Pacific Rim it's a movie, and you can watch it, I guess. But Pan's Labyrinth is considered to be his best film, and I enjoyed it. I had a lot of the parts ruined for me, and so I was like, oh, here's the scene where he takes the bottle and does the thing with it. I won't spoil it, obviously. Here's the scene where that happens, and I kind of knew all the beats. It's done very well, but it was just kind of I kind of knew everything. I had a similar experience with the film Alien. So a lot of times with films, I will just be like, oh, here's where that happens, and it kind of ruins it for me. But with this film, I didn't know anything about it, other than it was provided through Criterion on my streaming service I have, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot more lighthearted than I anticipated, I would say. Certainly not as dark as Pan's Labyrinth, but also about as fantastical, I would say. I'm not gonna spoil. It's kind of hard to talk about the plots because it kind of reveals itself to you, and it's very entertaining. And there's a part where something was revealed that's like, oh, that's amazing, and I really enjoyed that part. I liked how the performances, the characters weren't developed quite as much. It's only an hour and a half, so I guess that's okay. But I feel like you could have done more in the time provided. I didn't really know much about our main character, other than the addiction he encounters in the film, to put it as vague as possible. There are a lot of really cool things with prosthetics done in this film, especially involving this little amulet that he finds, which was very effective, and I was honestly watching it, it's like, that looks painful. So that was certainly something, and I really enjoyed it. There isn't much to this film, but I don't really think there needs to be. It's just a fun, enjoyable film. It kind of has the tone that many 90s and early 2000s film has. Kind of it's the film Holes. This is nothing like Holes, but there's that tone of we're not taking this too seriously, just seriously enough to where you are invested in the characters. You know what I mean? It's kind of silly and all that, but it's also very serious at points, and it's not drama comedy, but somewhere in the middle. If you know the film, you'll know the tone of it and why I say that. But Holes is the only other film I can think of that I can reference that has that similar tone. But there's other films that do, but that's really the only downfall of the film, is it feels very generic tonally, but the directing and the prosthetics really bring this film up, and it's really entertaining to watch, and it's just such a weird, fantastical film, and I really enjoyed it. Ron Perlman is great. He's technically a bad guy, and he works great as that because he's just so enjoyable that you almost kind of root for him even though you're not supposed to, but it's yeah, Ron Perlman, good for you. Character development and tone are really the only issues I have. It just wasn't as... I would have liked a little bit more dramatic edge to it, I guess. But it's fine the way it is. I mean, it's really well done and really enjoyable. I would definitely recommend it if you just want to watch a fun movie that has some very... not graphic or disturbing, but just very tense sequences involving the little amulet, like I said. Not much to say here. The cinematography was good. There was some weird humor in this film that I enjoyed. That's just because, wow, I wasn't expecting that. Like I said, Ron Perlman is the best part of this film. Of course he is, but it's great. Not much else to say, I guess. It's a pretty straightforward film, I would say, apart from the thing that's revealed about what our character is going through, which I really liked, and that's what elevates this film a lot. It's wow, they're really doing that, and that's amazing. So yeah, I'm giving this film a B. It's not great, but it's not average either, I'd say. It's above average, and so I really enjoyed it for that. And that's all I have to say for Cronos. Check it out if you want to, and bye, I guess.